What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lead Dog or Lead Dog Billie, whichever one y'all prefer. You know what I'm saying? Got my own brand from Chicago, East Side Chicago. It's called Lead Dog. We got a non-profit for the youth, clothing line, and working on a record label right now, Lead Dog Entertainment. So that's what we about, just uplifting, creating leaders, bosses, entrepreneurs, and just people who believe in themselves. We want to help them, and the ones that don't, we encourage them to believe in themselves and help them go farther than what they doing.
So, what inspired the brand?
Uh, like, what the clothes or just the whole thing?
Like the clothes is like it coordinates with like the messages that you give as well. So,
Mhm.
like yeah, everything in totality.
So really, it might sound cliche, but what inspired the brand is the closer I got to God. That's when Lead Dog happened. Before I wasn't with God like that, or I was just used to pray. I didn't really go to church. I ain't grow up in the church, nothing like that. So, but I wasn't forced to neither. So I just used to be outside or doing what regular kids do. But as I started getting close to God and just praying and asking, like, man, what's for me? You know what I'm saying? What? Because I saw a lot of people having success around me, like graduating at that time, like 2016, and while they graduating, I'm working and I'm getting money, but it's like, dang, you working a graveyard shift, and it's just hard labor, 10 hours a day, and you thinking like, damn, I don't want to do this for the rest of your life, type shit. Being dramatic a little bit, but I was like, man, God, what am I supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? And to go into it a little more, I got prophesied to by a pastor I met who became to be my pastor, and her name Pastor Ladybug, R.I.P. Miss her. But yeah, so she was like, when the first time she met me, she called me a king. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about me. She don't know like nothing about my past, what I did, or nothing like that. It didn't matter. She's like, yeah, king, you come up with slogans and phrases, and me being hard headed in front of the church, I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I just, somebody might say something and I run with it and make it big. She's like, oh, okay, so yeah, you be coming up with it, you make it blow up, you do something. It's like, yeah, well, God told me to tell you, you gonna make a slogan or phrase that's gonna make you a star, like a big, like not a star, but like a wealthy man. You know what I'm saying? You called to a lot of young men and women to help them, and this, that, and the third. And when she told me that, I'm like, what? So fast forward to when I was at work praying, I'm like, man, God, I'm just tired of being here. Like, what's for me? Like, what? Matter of fact, what's that? What's the slogan or phrase that I was gonna come up with that, that pastor was talking about? Like 30 minutes later, I'm at work. Like, I'm a lead dog. I'm like, what the fuck? Where I get that from? And so I just get the rolling laughing, just dying laughing the whole like last 2-3 hours of work trying to figure it out. Whole time it came from like my favorite comedian. After I got home, my boy told me like, yeah, bro, that's from Bernie Mac. I'm like, damn, he did say that in this show, like Mac the lead dog, and I'm damn. Okay, and then yeah, that's how it started really though.
Dang, that's kind of raw.
Man, blessings.
No, that's
Blessings
no, that's
for real.
raw. I didn't want to brush past the ladybug. You said rest in peace, so she passed.
Yeah, she passed away 2020 October 4th, like about 5 days before my birthday. She don't never really tell nobody what she was going through, so she had cancer, but we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong she is. Like, man, I'm talking about other than my mama and like my grandma and my sister, she probably one of the strongest women, not even probably, one of the strongest women I ever met, like for real.
I wanna touch bases on that, but not right now. Strong women, because I want to dissect that, and I like to have conversations with people that's of equal intelligence in a sense.
So
um,
gratitude.
but so because so you didn't stand out to me because you just doing this inspirational stuff. I knew you in high school,
For
but
sure.
from you never know people for real, but you just, you know, to me, you didn't seem like a bad kid or trouble kid or nothing like that. But you say like you probably you went through some things in your past, and then just being like a typical ordinary citizen, working a job, going to work, coming home, that just wasn't enough for you. Is it like anything you want to share with the audience, like as far as like relevance Because sometimes I think we have like good messages, but good people see our good messages, but it's always like another group of people you want to touch. Sometimes
Like when you say like relevant, what you mean?
like so you know how people be like, oh, you preaching to the choir, because the choir already kind of know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff you be saying.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything that you can share or you would like to share that would pull like some relevance to like a different demographic of audience?
Oh yeah, man. Like it's not too late. No matter who it is, no matter who you is, it's not too late for you. Like as long as you breathing and you waking up every day, that means you still got a chance to turn your life around. It's like LeBron being down 3-1 in the finals. It's never too late for you to still win. You feel me? Like we don't write our moms and our fathers and ourselves. We don't write our story. God already wrote our story. So as long as you trusting in Him, your story never over with. You don't know how it ends.
For sure.
Bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that for real. Have you inspired anybody? Have you ever seen somebody? Have you ever been a pastor ladybug to somebody else?
Oh man, when I say yeah, really to everybody, like, cause being around her is like contagious, you know, like if you around somebody who petty, then you gonna start being petty too. It's contagious. So if you're around somebody who just love, and that was like the ministry, like Love Royal Family of God, that was the name of the church and the ministry. She'll be like, our mission is to love the hell out of people. So that's what she did. She showed love to her enemies. I ain't never really seen nobody show love to their enemies. Like people will call police or do some weird stuff, and next thing you know, they ain't got nothing to eat. She give them the whole refrigerator. Matter of fact, take the refrigerator. I need some kings. Take the refrigerator over there so they can eat. Them babies got to eat. Like she didn't get caught up in emotion or flesh a lot. It was always about the love, where your heart at. So yeah, that's what I follow in. I just try to help my friends or even people I don't know, because I do Uber right now. So I'm always meeting new people that's going through problems, and it could be an 8-minute ride, but those 8 minutes of you talking to me or me talking to you probably just stopped you from doing something crazy or just uplifted you. Like I had people in the car that dude was thinking about going crazy because he couldn't see his kids like that, but he doing everything, and I'm like, I'm just listening. Because me listening probably just stopped him from trying to kill somebody. You never know. So I just always try to like extend a hand to somebody. For sure.
Wow, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. I think about like heaven and hell. How do you view it? Because a lot of people say when you die, you're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell.
Facts.
But
you got to go somewhere.
No, but I really believe that we could have it on earth.
What?
You could have heaven or hell on earth. Like,
I mean, that, in my opinion, I would say some people do make heaven, earth, they heaven and hell. Like, you feel me? But this, you probably gonna see more hell on earth than you see heaven, though. I ain't gonna lie, because I believe the quote is the devil, earth is the devil's playground, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than the mind. So, yeah, it's a lot of bad stuff that happened on here. That's why it's so corrupt, and it look like, you know what I'm saying, earth or how you thinking that the corruptness is winning when it's really not. But yeah, definitely after you deceased, I mean, I ain't had that experience, but I definitely know you're gonna go either up or down. Or some people just be in the waiting room till it's time for them to go up and down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on that because I listen to a lot of your videos, and you always make mention of like do what's best for you now. Like, judgment day gonna come, and one day you gonna have to answer to somebody, you know, that man upstairs and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, like how you felt for real about it, because yeah, the messages be hitting home a lot.
Blessings. I just be God letting me know what to talk about. Cause sometimes, you know, you don't be knowing which way to go, cause you don't know if people feeling it till they tell you. So I just ask God for guidance. Like, man, guide and direct me on what to talk about. But to the initial point you were saying, yeah, that's all I say. Like, I try not to think about like that too much. You know, having the hell, I just let that do what it do. But at the same time, my mind really be at, how can I help somebody? You know what I'm saying? As long as you showing love and while you here doing that, I believe that help better your chances of going to heaven. Like following, being the best person you can and do what you called to do. Because many is called, few is chosen. So if you chosen to do something by God, you got to do it. Because if you don't, then you can't no repentance for gifts and callings.
I don't believe that it's a coincidence that you just mentioned that, and that's something that I've been studying. Give me 1 second, I want to make sure. But many are called, few are chosen. Break that down real quick.
When I say few is chosen, okay, so many is called to be, and what I believe is be a child of God. You know what I'm saying? But few are chosen to stand out, like David, like Joshua in the Bible, like Moses. When you called to do something, or Noah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the Bible is called to do something, and they kind of ignored it at first until God kind of forced His hand to them.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like, so when me personally, I'm called to be lead dog. It ain't something that I just came up with. It came to me. I asked God about it, and when He came, I'm like, damn. So I've been called to help people. I always help people, even when I was in high school, whether they seen me or not. I always help somebody. If they asked for $1 and I knew I had some money, bro, it goes some dollars to get you a couple cookies and juices. Because, you know, we kids don't be eating like that. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? At school is where they eat at. So if your homie ain't going to give you something or look out for you, is that your homie?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like with the gifts and callings, if you got a gift or you got a calling on your life, you got to, man, use it to the fullest. It's not about the money. Your gift will make room for you, so the money going to come. But make sure you using your gift or your calling on your life to influence people, because that's what you're there for. Your gift or your calling can help turn somebody's life around. So when you don't do what you called to do, now the person that God assigned you to or that's waiting on you is waiting and waiting. So he getting into, or she is getting into something that they shouldn't be doing because they're not around the right people. So it's all connected.
Damn. That's kind of like the best explanation that I heard so far, because I've been trying to really dissect that, because everybody, one of my favorite songs by Future is called Chosen One, with him and, who is it, Rocco, I think?
I know what you're talking about,
yeah. And when I started listening to the song, it really don't go into details for real about like being a chosen one like that, except for like material things and stuff, you know, stuff like that. But when I heard, the next time I heard it was I think Steve Harvey, then I heard it with T.D. Jakes, then I heard it with Les Brown, and I'm just like, it's something to this quote, like, many are called, few are chosen, because like it's so many people that do what you do, but not everybody got the same impact. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's so many people that do film and produce movies and stuff, but not everybody got the same impact. And that quote always stuck with me, like, many are called, few are chosen, but like if we all are like special, you know, how could you dissect the chosen one for real, you know? So that quote just always stood out to me. So when you just mentioned it, I just wanted you to elaborate and tell me how you felt about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I just want to touch on something like I ain't gonna lie, I went through something like probably like right after high school. Right after high school, it kind of changed me a little bit. And Facebook's so irritating. They'll put put stuff that you used to share like on the internet all the time. So I always put like godly quotes and stuff, because I grew up in the church. My grandma took us to the church, like I say, from probably like 8 to up until we was a good like 15 or something. So yeah, we grew up in the church. So I'll just be saying quotes and stuff like that and stuff. And when I come across people, because the internet is a whole world, but when you come across people in real life, they be like, oh, you always preaching on the internet. And it kind of made me feel away. It kind of made me angry, because I always be like, y'all are ignorant. Y'all are really ignorant. But I started to not take it so personal. But I also stopped sharing those quotes on Facebook too, because it was a matter of like, if people don't want to hear it, I don't even want to post it. So my question to you is like, was it like embarrassing, or is it now like, do you feel some type of way because the world would like scroll past your stuff like, man, fuck what he talking about, you know?
Lead dog words with.
When you come with your quotes and you know your videos and you do stuff like that, because that's not what the world want to see. The world want to see like BS, and they don't want to be inspired for real, and they damn sure don't want you talking about God to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, do you feel like condemned by the world in any way when you make those videos?
Nah. I had I really don't even think about it. Like with Lead Dog Words of Wisdom, it started off to help me like on some get out of my shell a little bit. Even though I'm not a shy person, but at that time I was going through a situation, and after we went our separate ways, it was like, all right, instead of just being in your feelings and stuff, let's get back on your grind. Come up with like be creative.
Yeah.
So that's why I lead. It started back in like 17, but I never stayed consistent with it. So people always ask me like, "Bro, you need to do that." Woo. I didn't even think nobody was listening, really, to be honest. But to go back to what you said, like how people always kind of make kind of a comment or something like that's inappropriate or whatever they may feel at that time. I don't be listening because half the people don't even know what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They listen to what Instagram tell them, like, first Trues was popping. Trues go bankrupt. We don't wear it no more. But it never really not stopped popping. It's just that we stopped wearing it. Now, Balenciaga and Dior is what's popping, but we never used to wear that. So people don't even know about, like, the fashion that they wear. They just wearing it just because they see the rappers telling them to wear it or somebody telling them what to do. But I ain't never really been the type to just, oh, yeah, you gonna tell me. Nah, I just follow my own lead.
Yeah. Lead dog. For real. Good.
For sure.
That's good. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I was just talking to somebody about that. Like, I don't think a lot of people true to themselves. I think they true to the trends, and I think they true to what everybody else want to be about. But I don't really feel like they. I feel like a lot of people selling themselves out, selling themselves short, and just want to be like of the world. So you always see people like ain't nobody different from nobody. Like in my opinion, like everybody just want to be the same. So,
and that's how you stand out. Like being yourself is being unique, and it's even more unique in this day and age than it was before. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, there was a lot of people that was standing out. Now, I mean, of course, there's only one Martin Luther King Jr., but you still had Malcolm X. You still got like Farrakhan. You still got you still have people like Sojourner Truth, even though that's a different time zone. But you had those people. Nowadays, we don't really have that. We don't got nobody speaking. Well, not we don't got, but we don't have people speaking positivity at a higher clips and really mean it, not just doing it. Some people doing it, but they doing it for a check or they doing it to quiet society, so to speak. You know, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what I tell. I just tell people like, man, the more you be yourself, the more you stand out. The more you try and stand out, the more you fit in. And some people listen, some people don't, or they'll see what you talking about later on down the road, and just like, damn, bro, you was right, or something like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what's the end goal for Lead Dog?
Oh man, go to the top. Like that's all I be thinking. Not all I be thinking about, but it's to create more leaders. So if I got 20 people following me, and God forbid something happened to me, it shouldn't stop. Lead Dog should keep going. Even after I'm gone, it should be more people, more leaders. Because when you create other leaders, they can go on their own and do that. And I don't really like having people under me neither. Like, it's cool to be around me, be with me, and I give you some input or some insight on whatever we doing. But I want you to, groom to be your own boss. Because I ain't going to be there. After I get busy and we working every day, and then it go from like, all right, bam, I'm in L.A. or I'm in London. And you in New York, you still got to be able to run the room and read the room while I'm gone. So that's what I want. I wanted to create other leaders, other entrepreneurs, business owners, things like that, and just, build our people up. Because we got it. It's just about believing in ourselves, because I think a lot of the youth don't have somebody to believe in them outside of, like, they might have their mom and their dad. Some people don't have their mom and their dad. So the people that do have their mom and their dad, some of them listen, some of them don't. So when it's somebody like me that's a stranger to them, that's telling them like, bro, you could do this, you know what I'm saying? Or you could really take flight with that. That'll go a long way, because ain't nobody tell us that. Ain't nobody tell me that except for like my brother. Like, yeah, you could take this somewhere. Or you could take hooping or baseball somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, just words of encouragement. But yeah, that's what I'm on. Just own everything, you know what I'm saying? We want to have the best brand, the best marketing, or we going to have the best brand, the best marketing. Like I said, we're going to build the best, the strongest leaders. And, we just about influencing the people and the culture, just taking it to another level from where we at.
Okay. So Rouse TV, my company. I've been trying to find somebody to partner with to do this. It's right around the corner, Juneteenth. I do like a foot wash service. I want it to be annual. I did it last year on 79th Cottage, and I wanted to do it again on 79th Cottage. Would Lead Dogg be interested in collaborating?
I mean, I can. It just depends on what you said. What is doing?
Juneteenth foot washing. It's a foot washing service.
Like foot washing? What you mean?
So you know the Bible a little bit when Jesus washed the disciples' feet and the disciples washed his feet.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like an act of service, an act of humility to show like kind of like nobody's better than nobody, and to me the it kind of to me it symbolizes like a care that you don't see all the time, like just a love, like to show other people like I care for you for real, or somebody you don't know. Because when we got out there last year, I partnered with Trap House Chicago and we did it on 79, and it was just people that random people, just homeless people that came and got their little feet washed. And you know, we put on gloves and stuff, but we had little pills and stuff, and it was just like, you know, we was rubbing their feet, washing them and stuff. And then like I asked, like, I want everybody to do like affirmations or ask them if they need any prayer or anything, you know, stuff like that. So it's like for the soul, for real. Because I feel like what we lack is like one, community, and two, the care for one another for real. So that's what it brings to me. Just to
well
show
then,
that you
yeah,
care.
I'll do that. I'll be with it. You know what I'm saying? At least come stop by, show some love for like an hour or two or something like that.
You always got an hour.
Hell, bro.
Alright, well, yeah, so we'll check that out. We'll look into that, and I'll get with you like after the interview is done and see what we could do.
Alright, for sure.
Yeah, so before I let you go real quick, you mentioned strong women. It kind of touched the nerve because I've been in here just like kind of like in cahoots with myself, because I'm like, I'm a very strong woman. Everything I do it by myself, like on my own, by myself. And I think, and people be like, you so raw, you do that by yourself. And I be like, yeah, I do it by myself. But I don't think they really understand, like, I ain't trying to do this shit all the time by myself. And excuse my language, but I have to express it the way I feel. But I am not trying to do this by myself all the time. And I think people got the conception of a strong woman mixed up. Because we are strong because we have to be, but it ain't something that we want. So because we have to be strong, people think that it's okay to like pile things onto us, and then people think that it's okay that we okay, you know. So I just wanted to get your opinion. Do you think like is there anything that I just said that was like fresh when it comes to like when you put strong woman behind a woman as a descriptor?
When you said, it's crazy because I was thinking like a strong woman don't necessarily mean to do everything by yourself, and then you said that like you don't want to do everything by yourself. So I kind of thought that like being strong is knowing when to ask for help too. You know what I'm saying? Or knowing when you need help. You gotta knowing when to put your pride to the side, stuff like that. That's being strong. Knowing that you right, but the rest of the room might say you wrong, and you just take it on the chin like, all right, I'm right, but I'm gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, that's more being strong than just trying to get your point across or trying to just do it on your own. So that's the only thing I say. Like, I grew up seeing a lot of strong women. Not saying I ain't saying strong men or like independent men that do their thing, but I'm saying like growing up, you see your grandma, you see your mom. I had a single parent home, but my dad was there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my mom, my dad, my mom, my sister, my grandma, aunties. I grew up seeing that. So, but at the same time, asking for help or knowing when to ask for help and knowing, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. That's that type of thing.
Yeah.
Cause sometimes our mind will tell us like, yeah, you could do this all on your own. But I think the quote is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So you always gonna need somebody with you.
My boy, I just said that on the interview. Somebody. Yeah, for real. But I appreciate that. You a really wise young man. You know that?
Like blessings.
Yeah.
All glory to God for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's really refreshing to see men like you around. You know, Um, I want you to continue to keep doing what you're doing. I pray to God that God continue to bless you and bless everything that come from you.
Likewise.
And yeah, and everything around you. And I pray that no hurt, harm, nor danger come your way. And anything that you set out to accomplish, you accomplish it, and it give you an overflow of whatever you wasn't expecting.
Hey, blessings. Thank you.
Yep. So just tell the people real quick where they can find you at your social medias and what you got coming up next, or what you want some support on, or anything like that.
So you can follow me on any social media at Lead Dogg Billie, LeaddDogg, 2 G's, and Billie, Billie. On Twitter, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I think it's just Lead Dogg, or you can type in Joshua King. That's my real name. TikTok, I just created that. I'm learning that. But something that we got coming up, God willing, my plan is to, or I pray it's in God's will, to have the Lead Dogg Cookout or the Lead Dogg Love Party. It's 12 hours, violence free, live DJ, free food. We give away Lead Dogg shirts. We have a lot of fun out there for the kids, activities, because they don't really got nothing to do in Chicago. So we just want to just bring the youth and bring the love back to Chicago. And hopefully that'll, start to change it slowly but surely.
All right, and what can they do to be a part of the team?
If you want to be a part, man, hit me up via social media, or you can hit up my business line, 773-459-7023. And just let me know you want to volunteer, you want to be a part of it, man. We need food servers, people to help us set up the DJ equipment, the cheers, and just, when it's time to pack things up. But yeah, if y'all want to donate, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that off the screen, but just let me know.
All right. Lead Dogg, y'all. Unpack the Gifted.